How can I stay awake for more than 36 hours straight? You're gonna end up with more medical bills by pulling this. As someone who has done this, let me tell you that it sucks ass and it's detrimental to your health. Could even cost you your job. You can take night shifts that are generally better paying than day shifts. But you need to rest. You'll destroy your physical and mental health doing this and end up miserable with even more bills to pay. Try looking for jobs that most people don't want to take. Like someone else suggested, night shift tends to pay more. You could look for weekend part-time jobs, as companies sometimes have trouble getting people in on weekends. You may also be able to find jobs that will provide a small free lunch, like school cafeterias in some restaurants, fast food places, to save some money. If your area has a community group on something like Facebook, you could inquire there or ask for small individual jobs to make a little extra money here and there, like cleaning gutters, raking leaves, mowing lawns, etc. I did 24s and 36s when I was briefly a wildland firefighter. You can get away with it a couple times for sure. But if you do it regularly, you will fuck with your physical and mental health to a degree you won't understand until it's really fucked up your life. So I've worked 24s and 36s as a first responder, and my advice is don't. If you don't get good rest on a daily basis, you will put yourself at a higher risk for a lot of shit. From strokes to heart attacks to depression. After you've been awake for 18 to 24 hours, you are the equivalent to being legally drunk. Your decision-making response times, reaction times, and cognitive abilities are those of a drunk person. I've been awake for 36 to 48 hours for the military and fire, EMS, and it is not good at all. I've had bouts of not knowing how I got to work or home or what I did when I was awake. Do yourself and others a favor and don't do it. So, don't do it. But here's how I did it during a time in my life when sleep was a luxury I didn't have. Drink coffee, energy drink, caffeinated tea every 4 hours. Super important. Eat something every 4 hours. Make sure it has high protein and carbs. I found nuts, peanut butter sandwiches, hard-boiled eggs, bananas, crackers, cheese to be the best healthy but filling and affordable foods. Stay away from warm foods like soup or ramen, as they will make you sleepy. Try not to get fast food, as it will make you feel sluggish. Don't overeat either. Small portions frequently will keep your energy up. Take a 5 to 10 minute micro nap every 2 hours. Set your phone alarm to wake you up. Drink lots of water. Constantly be drinking water. Cold ice water if possible. Suck on hard candy when you're not eating or drinking. If your job is mostly screen-based, get up and do stretches, push-ups, jumping jacks, etc. every hour. Also get a pair of blue light filter glasses too. The naps thing won't be possible if your job requires you to be driving or operating heavy machinery 24/7. Mine allowed for pauses or bathroom breaks, which I used to micro nap. Make sure you're getting enough vitamin D. If you're inside all day, take a vitamin D pill. Please be careful driving to and from work. It's true what other commenters have said about you basically being legally drunk with this level of sleep deprivation. Take public transportation or Uber if possible. Even better if your job is WFH. Finally, don't do this. Seriously. You're going to be heavily risking your short and long-term health by doing this. Even if it's only a few days a week for a few weeks. It sounds like you're using this extra income to pay for medical treatment. So are you already sick? If so, sleep deprivation will make your condition worse and possibly leave you even sicker than you were before. Sleep is how our body heals. It cannot heal, no matter what treatment you're getting. If you aren't sleeping, again, please consider any other option. A GoFundMe, state assistance, medical charities, church charities, selling things online. Hell, even credit carding this medical expense and paying it off over time. Best of luck. Your body will eventually shut down and force you to sleep sometime around hour 36. Other than drugs, there is nothing you can do to prevent this. I served in the military for 6 years and experienced forced sleep deprivation. It breaks you down both physically and mentally. Don't do it. There are other ways to make money. Read this. Let your medical bills go to collections. I let my medical bills sit for over a year and settled $12,000 for $4,000. Don't even worry about those medical bills. The worst thing that will happen is that your credit score might be affected once they go to collections. People die from lack of sleep. Burning the candles at both ends. I see. The light is brighter but the lifespan is shorter. Do this instead. Number 1. Ask for an itemized bill. Some have successfully gotten the bill knocked down because they asked to see the bill. Number 2. Tell the hospital you can't afford the bill. My local hospital will do at least one of 3 things to help you pay off a bill depending on your situation. 1. Reduce the bill. 2. Eliminate the bill. Or 3. Set up a payment plan to spread payments out across a more acceptable time frame. Number 3. Consult a health insurance broker to help you find a health insurance plan that mitigates future healthcare expenses. Aneurysm at 30 hours, not stonks. What the fuck kinda are, boring dystopia type of shit is this? You okay, op? You'll just treat one disability for another. I stayed up that long a lot when I was younger. And my sleep cycle is still a complete mess. Even years later. This is not something a few nights of sleep can just fix. At best, you would develop auditory and visual hallucinations after 24 hours. Randomly pass out. And generally be in such a bad shape that you won't even have the mental capacity to realize just how bad of a shape you're in. If you do this, you may permanently damage both your body and mind. And then you can say goodbye to any stable job or social life for the rest of your life. I've been there. I thought I could do that as well. And that I could recover. I went from one of the best students to a dropout because of this. And now can't even get a job because of how absolutely fucked my mental health is. Even a decade later. It took me close to a decade to get anywhere close to undoing 2 weekends without sleep. 6 days in total. From Friday to Sunday. I missed out on 2 nights of sleep. Twice. With a normal week between. Back in 2010. And I'm still recovering. Do not do this to yourself. Take a nap during every single break time you have and eat small things while working. I have had to do this before with working full-time at college with 22 credit hours. I slept in my car and showered at work or at school. Could we just PayPal you $5 each so you can get the money together this way? Your situation sounds rough honestly, and staying awake for 36H sounds like signing up for disaster. It makes me feel so uncomfortable to see people here saying, Ritalin, Adderall, so easily. I have ADHD. And on our ADHD every day there's someone, especially Americans, with ADHD complaining that doctors and pharmacists treat them like junkies because they're asking for Adderall or Ritalin. I live in France. And I have to sign something to prove that I'm not going to give my meds to anyone. It's really hard and taboo for PPL with ADHD to find meds. There's so much restrictions for meds, so please don't take Adderall or Ritalin, don't try to find it. ADHD is a disorder that ruins millions of PPL lives, and PPL who don't need it and taking it are just making the accessibility for PPL who really need it harder and harder. This isn't safe at all, by the way, but I think a lot of coffee and an extremely precise planning with 5 minutes naps can help. This isn't safe. You can't do this. That will absolutely exacerbate your condition. You'll likely come out the other side far worse than you started. I've been awake for 24 hours straight before playing games sitting on my ass the next day. Even after having sleep, it was hard to function. Please take care of yourself.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.